Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and in this presentation, we're going to discuss what is the best AI search engine to get familiarized with if you are a college, high school student, or if you are a college student, and how it can help you with your many projects in terms of analyzing a complex mathematical problem or trying to find a solution for a given task. Let's begin with the main presentation. Here is a chart of multiple AI search apps, and the most prominent, of course, is the ChatGPT, which has like 546 million monthly users. It has about 27 paid members and about half a billion unpaid members. Most of these other programs have mostly registration. And in fact, DeepSeek is the Chinese AI search app. And now, way down here is Gemini, Google Gemini, which has like 22 million monthly users. Somebody like you, who's a college student, who is doing some research on a given particular topic, or if you are doing research on a mathematical or an algebra problem which you're not able to solve, the best option is to look at not most of these things. They can do the same thing. For example, ChatGPT can do the same thing, but I have found Perplexity to be very useful for the students and college graduates, and also for people like me. I'm a radio talk show host. I have a YouTube channel where I produce videos and interviews. For me, I think Perplexity serves the best purpose. So that's the first solid foundation. After that, you can build upon many other things, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. The advantage of Perplexity is Perplexity is very good in terms of doing research. And here you see, it is like a research assistant. And this is what you want as a college student. If you are working on a paper, if you are working on a presentation, if you are working on a debate, how to ask the right questions, or how to anticipate a given set of questions. You can pose a problem and say, I wanted to generate 20 questions for a debate preparation, or it can prepare a PowerPoint presentation slides for you. It also can prepare your summaries and reports. I'm a journalist, and I'm going to show you an article which I created in less than a minute on current affairs for today. Okay, before we get to that, so the beauty of Perplexity is it answers simple questions. It does the web research. It is like your research assistant. Yeah, like if you're a college student, if you are given an assignment and say, I wanted to go do whole library research and come up with 30 articles and summarize them and tell us what are the pros and cons of a given hypothesis or a concept. And Perplexity can do that for you if you pose the right questions. The ChatGPT, Gemini, and similar apps are more like conversational conversational generative bots, but Perplexity is unique for like students, researchers, journalists who are trying to prepare like a news article. For example, Trump had meeting with Zelensky and 6 or 8 European leaders today, and I was able to generate a summary of that meeting in less than 1 minute, and I'm going to show you how I did it. But let's talk about this Perplexity itself. So the beauty of the Perplexity is it does research. It gives you references. For me, medical research, it gives me medical article references. For a news media, for a news blog, it will give you references if it's from Reuters or Associated Press or any other source of information, where it's coming from Washington Post or New York Times, something like that. It helps you to have a really reliable information from a reliable source. No matter how good an AI is, the best and the most important AI is this one, between your 2 ears. because that's the one that's going to decide what the final output is going to be, what the final blog is going to look like, or the presentation is going to look like. So the point I would like to make is, look into Perplexity, because it is more student oriented, research oriented, for writers, for people who are talk shows, people who are like YouTube producers. This is a great one to look into. In that way, you can have a more focused approach, which you can't find with any search engine like Google or something. Forget about it. The first 3 pages are going to be all commercials. You don't want that one. Okay, having said that, I will show you a real example of what Perplexity can do for you. Let me see if I can go back to here. So Trump, Zelensky, I should say. Just this evening, I asked a simple question. Trump, Zelensky, and EU leaders summit. Create a summary of their visit today. And it created, you see, on August 18th, Trump had a high-profile summit meeting in the White House with Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky, along with prominent European leaders, and who were the leaders present there, and what were the things that were discussed, and also what were the plans for setting up a trilateral meeting with Russian President Putin, along with President Zelensky and Trump. So this is a beautiful summary, and also you got some attached pictures from the White House here, beautiful picture which you can use. As a result, this will be great. And if you're a student, as I said, you want to write an article, of course, it may be used for plagiarism, but you have to, this is a source of information for you. You take this information, then put your input into that information and create your own version of whatever you're trying to present. So the whole summary was done to me in less than a minute. The important point I want to bring out is it's a great informational tool. It's a great educational tool. It is a great guiding tool as a teacher, especially if you have a math or algebra problems, and in that way I think this would be very suitable for the young population. I also told it to streamline a little more. That is, I want you to also recommend, I gave some more suggestions, and these are the keywords we have to put together. Let's see, where is that one? So it came up with an outline: introduction, main points, pros and cons, concise summary, image recommendations, conversations. Then I told it to the style has to have a positive, uplifting, educational tone, motivational language with deep insight into the topic, research, or matter. And so it reorganized the points upon which it will create my next blog. If I give a title, like tomorrow, if there's a big news that is released, there's, say, a trilateral meeting between President Trump, President Zelensky, and President Putin. If there is, all I had to do is put a title. First, I use a keyword blog. So I put the word blog, trilateral meeting with Trump, Zelensky, and Putin. If I put that, it will recreate exactly the same outline of this presentation, which is here, that was presented for today's Zelensky and EU meeting with Trump. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick synopsis of how AI can help you for if you're a college student or a high school student or a college graduate, and I hope you like it. Please make your comments below and let me know what your experiences have been. Thank you.